The committee will come to order. The Oversight Committee exists to secure two fundamental principles. First, Americans have a right to know that the money Washington, through the IRS, takes from them is well spent. And second, Americans deserve an efficient, effective government that works for them. Our duty on the Oversight and Government Reform Committee is, in fact, to protect these rights. Our solemn responsibility is to hold government accountable to taxpayers, because taxpayers have a right to know what they get from their government. Our job is to work tirelessly in partnership with citizen watchdogs to deliver the facts to the American people and bring genuine reform to the Federal bureaucracy. Would you go ahead and then, hold on, I'll do it this way. Thank you. That's what I was looking for. Without objection, the Chair is authorized to declare a recess of the committee at any time. Without objection, so ordered. The committee meets today as we continue our effort to get the truth and the full truth on the obstruction by the IRS and the targeting of Americans because of their conservative political beliefs. When the IRS Commissioner, John Costigan, appeared before this committee in March, he promised that he would produce what this committee had made its top priority, all of Lois Lerner's emails. The Commissioner made these promises without any qualification or limitations. He even reiterated that statement to the ranking member when asked. Would you please go ahead and play the video for reflection and memory? I requested that you produce all of Lois Lerner's emails to this committee. She won't talk to us, so these emails are the next best substitute.
And all we're asking is, give us the emails.
Our subpoena says all of Lois Lerner's emails.
When we say all, we want every single email in the time period in the subpoena that was sent to you.
We're talking about Lois Lerner, all of her emails. How long will it take you to produce Lois Lerner's emails that don't involve 6103 material from January of 2010?
And since Lois Lerner didn't comply with our questions, we need all those emails.
When you have people in positions of authority and responsibility that are expressing overtly political commentary on government email, I think we ought to be entitled to all of them.
Will you commit here today to provide all of the emails?
Yes, as I say, we've never said we wouldn't produce those emails.
Wouldn't it seem to me that if you want to provide all, and you said, and I take you at your word, that you want to provide all, that this would be something that you would go ahead and get off the table as quickly as possible?
Are you or are you not going to provide this committee all of Lois Lerner's emails?
We are already starting that process. Yes, we will do that.
For the record, on behalf of people on both sides that have spoken, Lois Lerner's emails, all of Lois Lerner's emails, is the highest current priority of this committee, and it will remain so as long as I'm chairman.
The gentleman, the Commissioner, has said he's willing to produce the documents. We've got almost every member now asking for documents.
February subpoena asked for all emails.
So I think you understand the committee views Lerner's emails as the highest priority.
So are you going to provide the documents for Lois Lerner?
Yes.
That were subpoenaed?
Yes.
Requested all of Lois Lerner's emails. Commissioner told us he would provide all of Lois Lerner's emails. We requested them over a year ago. We, in fact, subpoenaed them in August in order to make it clear that we were not being complied with. And again, a new one when you became Commissioner in February of 2014. Transparency clearly did not compel the IRS to tell the truth about Lois Lerner's lost emails. You worked to cover up the fact that there were missing emails and came forward to fess up only on Friday afternoon after you had effectively been caught red-handed. I'm struck that your acknowledgment of missing Lois Lerner emails came just 2 weeks after we had found some of them at the Justice Department. When you were looking for emails, one of the questions today will be, Did you look at the Justice Department, where she had sent over 1.1 million documents, including some that were 6103, in other words, prohibited to be released documents? Did you ever give the committee the courtesy of a direct communication about missing emails after your false or misleading testimony? Instead, your staff shared a communication you made to a Senate committee controlled by the President's party. In your previous testimony, you had said it might take years, I believe 2 years, to deliver all of these emails. Welcome back. It hasn't been 2 years. Did you hope you could run out the clock on this scandal? Another question. Perhaps you thought Congress would never realize that there were missing emails until we found them at the Justice Department, perhaps. Commissioner, I called you to testify tonight because the American people deserve answers about what happened to Lois Lerner's emails and why the IRS hid this for years. This hiding did not begin, and I repeat, did not begin on your watch. Clearly, the missing documents were known by many people who have jobs at the IRS today, under your predecessor and your predecessor's predecessor. The fact that Lois Lerner's emails were ever transferred out of the exclusive custody of the IRS so that they could be lost or destroyed by Lois Lerner should concern all of us. The Federal Records Act, and we will meet tomorrow with the archivist, the Federal Records Act envisions that important documents will be maintained, not just for investigations of Congress, but in fact in perpetuity for the benefit of the American people. This event in history, like Watergate, like Teapot Dome, and like many other historic events, will be studied by future generations without the benefit of many of the thoughts and actions of Lois Lerner and others at the IRS as a result of your organization's failure. I subpoenaed you here tonight because, frankly, I am sick and tired of your game playing in response to congressional oversight. You, Commissioner, are the President's hand-picked man to restore trust and accountability at the IRS. You testified under oath in March that you would produce all of Lois Lerner's emails subpoenaed by this committee. Before you testified, you took an oath you will take again tonight to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Mr. Commissioner, at a minimum, you did not tell the whole truth that you knew on that day. You gave your commitment to produce all emails to the committee. You gave your word, sir, and we are just a little questioning what your word is worth if, in fact, you cannot enlighten us about what you know that is germane to our inquiry, whether or not it is explicitly asked. Do we have to grill you for days or weeks or months with every possible question, every possible way something can be asked? Or will the meaning of a question mean that you will, to the best of your ability, give us a true and complete answer? The American people have no trust in the IRS by comparison to just a few years ago. The American people have never loved the IRS. No one does love the organization that takes your taxes, and if they don't feel you treated them right, if they don't feel they got the right amount, they come back and have huge power over your lives. It's hard to love the IRS, but it should not be hard to trust the IRS. The American people deserve this agency, which was previously believed to be nonpartisan. They need to be able to trust that it will once again become nonpartisan, nonpolitical. Your agency has a set of rules for taxpayers and apparently another set of rules for themselves. The American people understand that if they cannot prove that they did the right thing in their tax return 5, 6, and 7 years ago, it will be disallowed and they will pay taxes with penalties. Well, in fact, you maintain only 6 months of records and then apparently count on people, good and bad, to maintain documents they think are important beyond that, and you do so without safeguards to protect the American people from the loss of those documents. Commissioner, tonight you will say that you have produced thousands of documents. It will be an impressive number. Quite frankly, that production is pushing a button and printing documents out and then having people scratch out almost everything of value in many cases. It is not producing the documents that you don't want to produce, the documents that embarrass you. The fact is, it's the last documents, not the first documents, that normally do us good. It's the documents we receive the night before we're going to depose somebody that often tell us things we've waited months or years for. I know tonight will be difficult, and it deserves to be difficult for both sides. We have a problem with you, and you have a problem with maintaining your credibility. Again, you promised to produce the documents. You did not. You promised to be forthcoming and candid. You are not. In our first meeting, my subcommittee chairman, who will also be making an opening statement, Mr. Jordan, irritated you because you felt he questioned your integrity. I defended you at that time, and I quite frankly gave you a bit of an apology that he meant no harm. It was just his style. Tonight, quite frankly, I wish I could take that back, and I wish I could say what I'll say to you tonight. You believed you earned trust before you came here, and it was yours to lose. I believe you needed to earn our trust, and you failed at that task. Either way, the American people do not believe the IRS is dealing fairly with them in this investigation. With that, I recognize the ranking member for his opening statement.